All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for everybody who's here joining us tonight. My name is Lisa Partida with Home Again LA, and I'm the resource coordinator here. So for those of you that are new, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background in regards to what our agency does. Home Again LA is a nonprofit agency here in the city of Burbank that provides homeless prevention services to households in need. With our services, we also provide a 90-day shelter, rapid rehousing, transitional housing prevention, and community workshops. So as you can tell, our community workshops are based on financial literacy, various topics that are from first time, if you want to become a first time home buyer, managing your credit and budgeting your money, and other life skills like maybe effective communication, things of that nature. Also, job and career development resources are available through our workshops as well. So tonight we have one of our partners, which is Isabel Duran with Operation Hope, and she's our presenter tonight, and we're going to be talking about how you can find a property in today's market. So without further ado, I'll pass it on to Isabel.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the real estate section of the Home Buyer Workshop. I have a feeling my real estate agent is on vacation. How's that? Anyway, I've been working with him for, I want to say 6 years. I almost know his slides and what's going on. But I was talking to Lisa about how different prices are from different areas and different times in our life. I don't know how old you guys are, but I don't know if you remember what happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago. But way back.
Stay right here, okay?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, stay right here.
Am I mute?
I muted them, don't worry.
Okay. So the prices of houses have changed, I want to say tremendously over the last 30 years. I remember houses being at 800,000. No, yeah, 80,000. And houses were 100,000. But the interest rate was 16%. Can you imagine that? But that's what was going on 30 years ago. And then interest rates started going down, prices of house started going up, and then we had the recession. And so that was pretty much of a kicker. A lot of people lost homes, and new laws started coming into the home buyer education in order to avoid a future recession. So how's the economy going? Well, I understand from the news and talk shows that the economy is doing pretty good. We have a lot of people working. Yes, we have, expensive food. Hopefully that goes down. Prices are going up and down. And I want to share these slides that our real estate agent did to give you an idea that it's just a matter of economy. We kind of get used to the changes and we start seeing the prices and the interest rate going up and down. And we seem to be able to work with it. So we're going to talk about the economy, where are the prices going, where the interest rate is going, where the rents are going. We know where they're going. And what's up with the economy? How come it changes? So let's see. Come on. So let's talk about prices. So back in 2012, the houses in Los Angeles were at 411,000. Huntington Park was 241,000. Pico Rivera was 286. And Long Beach was 358,000. So way back in 2013, that's what the prices were going. But as we go up, as we go to the next year and the next year, it starts increasing a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. So now, 2022, The same house, let me see, that was 411,000, now is 1 million. The Huntington Park house went up, Pico Rivera and Long Beach, it just went up. And that's just from the economy, people able to pay for that price, and that's how it started going. Also, market summary, gasoline went up. I remember paying 30 years ago, it was like 50 cents for a gallon of gasoline, but now it's almost $5 or $7 a gallon of gasoline. Ay, ay, ay. So that's why they're pushing electrical cars, but that's still something else that you have to pay. So as the market starts growing, we start seeing interest go up. So we had a little downturn during the pandemic here at 2020. Things went down because we had to close to avoid getting COVID. And then we started coming back up. So right after the COVID, after we stopped and we opened up stores and we went back to work, the economy, the federal agents in the economy decided to lower the interest rate on homes in order to bring back the economy, more work, more activity. And so we could see that they lowered the interest rate back in 2021. And then we had a big boost of sales of houses and people refinancing, because now they can refinance their, what was the interest rate? The 5% interest rate back down to 3%. So we saw a boom there. So that was nice, but then it stopped. Market summary. So here we are. Back in 2019, we have here market summary. We have here like not quite 100, and it's 2019. We're looking at things going up, and the dollar and the investments started going up in 2020, 2021, and we're here at 2022. We're at the top. Okay, so that's how the money comes out. So you could also see it in McDonald's. I remember McDonald's when it was 19 cents. Yep, I don't want to tell you how long ago that was. But as time goes on, little by little, they start raising the price. And sure enough, people don't stop buying McDonald's. How much is a McDonald's now? I don't even know. Anybody knows what the price is of a Big Mac? Is it $8?
I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check 1 second.
Yeah.
For just a Big Mac, or do you want a combo?
A Big Mac is how much?
Let's see.
Because
Sorry.
I will still buy it if it's $10 when you're so hungry. But we kind of comply with the raising of costs. And so sometimes we have to be careful. Do we have enough money? No, how much is the Big Mac?
It's not coming up for me. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, the
Yeah.
last time I saw it, it was $16.
$16 maybe for the combo.
The combo, yeah. Yeah, and they want it fast. Okay. Then we look at wages. So we had federal minimum wage in 1979 was 100%. Wages started going up and up. And if you look at the green light, that's how much McDonald's price went up. So our income goes up. So does the cost of McDonald's, okay? And I'm sure houses went up too, price of McDonald's. Household income of 90% percentile. So that's this color, the purple. And imagine comparing our income with McDonald's. And I think there's something wrong there, you know? So when is your rent going down? So here we are thinking about buying a house, and we want to buy a house so we don't have to pay so much rent. But let's look at rent over time. 1985, it was $600 a month. Now we see a little higher cost. 1 bedroom is the blue line, and 2 bedrooms is the red line. So imagine the prices. Some places are up to $2,000 a month for rent, and that's just barely 2020. So again, we go along with the rise of the rise of the prices because we need to live somewhere, and we have to work a little extra for that. So mortgage rates. So here we have January 2016 and today. So we start 30 years, and this is how the mortgage rates go up and then they go down. Something happened with the economy that makes it go down a bit. Something makes it go up. So it could be, you know, some rules, some laws, some elections, some people trying to fix problems, and it makes the prices, the mortgage rates go up and down. So somehow or another, we just be able to live through that. I can't see the small print. So mortgage rates rising this year. So with Freddie Mac is one of the investors in the FHA loan. So here we have a 3.11% interest rate. And as times go on, we go up to 4.67. And this is 2022. Okay, so I'm sure it's we're going to get a higher price something. So when's the next recession? We hope not. But when the recession happens, the interest rates go down. So a lot of people are saying, when's the next recession so we can buy a cheap house? You just don't want a recession because everything else goes down, and sometimes it's your income. So let's skip that. I don't like recessions. But recession doesn't equal a housing crisis, okay? So we had a recession in 2008 and 1991, and the interest went up after that recession. It went down, but then it goes up. So again, it's just a matter of economics. What is not sold, what is sold, and taking care of the government. Home price appreciation. So back in 1945, the houses were, you know, maybe $1,000, and then it goes up. I'm trying to remember 2006, the houses were like 180,000. Then we had a little slip there, and then we started growing really fast. People were buying houses of 100,000, and then a year later they would sell it for 200,000, and that's how it started climbing all the way up to, you know, 5,000, 6,000. They just felt like I can make money here. Year over year inventory levels. So inventory levels were low, and I can't see the years. And then it goes up and then it goes down. People are just buying houses when the interest rate is low. So net worth of homeowner versus renter. So if you're a homeowner, your net worth is 300,000 after a few years. As a renter, you only get 8,000 because you're not earning equity as a renter. You're paying equity. So how do you get a beautiful home? So you can own a real estate, invest in your future. These are reasons to buy. Rents continue to go up, paying someone else's mortgage, having nothing after 30 years. So these are some of the reasons that you should invest in yourself by buying a property, whether it's a house, a condo, or townhouse. That's the best investment you can do. Talk to your lender. Ask how much is your payment going to be? How much money do you need to move in for closing costs and down payment? How's your credit? How's your lender? And your lender is over there. So we've gone through all the loan parts and savings parts. It's just now that you're ready, if you're prepared, you know, we can talk to your real estate agent and find a house after you find out how much of a house you can buy. Now your realtor gets to work. What does a real estate agent do? They help you buy your own beautiful home. They are always on your side. You really do want to get to know some real estate agents that you feel comfortable with. You feel that they are eager to work with you and are willing to answer the phone whenever you have a question, even if it's in the middle of the night. They take care of you through the purchasing process. They answer your questions. And there's a problem that comes up. They say, let's say, for instance, you find a house, you love it, but the inspector says there's no fire alarms. So first thing that Daniel's going to do is connect some fire alarms, you know? He'll take care of that kind of problem. And how much does all this cost? Well, you don't pay the real estate agent. What you're going to do is save money to pay the cost of the loan. And then once you're approved for the loan, the mortgage, you're going to get a monthly bill. That means you have to pay your mortgage every month on time. Okay? So we can sit down and figure out how much money you need. And we can refer you to some really good lenders. A few important questions. Where would you like to live? So this is what the real estate agent wants to do. He sits you down, gets to know you, and wants to know what kind of a house do you want? Have you been pre-approved? Where would you like to live? What kind of a home do you want? Who is going to live with you? How soon would you like to move? And are you an A, B, or C buyer? So they'll explain that. But they want to know what kind of house do they need to look for that you want. And they use the LMS. That's the list that all the real estate agents go to. So you have real estate agents that work for the seller. And what they do is they get all the information from the seller, what kind of a house they're selling, how big, how much. I mean, as much information as they can. And they put it in the LMS, which is a list of housing that's in the website. And they enter the information of the seller, you know, the kind of house, it's for sale, it's located here, this is how big it is, this is how much. Call me, the agent, to set up an appointment to take a look at it. And that's how they start finding houses. So the real estate agent will then send you copies of pictures of the list of the houses that fit your wants to see which one you would like to see. I will email you homes that match your criteria. We will see a few homes to get the feel for what's available, and we will write offers on the ones you like. Most buyers will look at 10 homes and write 3 to 10 offers. So, you know, it keeps you busy, keeps looking houses. So it's good for you to take a camera and take pictures of the houses you're looked at inside and out to remind you which one did you like, which one did you not like, and things like that. Let's say you do like that third house that they showed you. So we need to come up with a price offer. Agents list above or below what it's really worth. Underpriced homes will get multiple offers over asking. Overpriced homes sit on the market 1 to 2 months and not days. I will suggest that the property is really worth. Most buyers write many offers before you get one accepted. So it's just a matter of having a really good salesman who knows how to negotiate and how to promote and how to figure out the real value of the house to give you the truth. The details in the purchase agreement. So let's say you find the house you like, you really want the real estate agent to propose an offer. And let's say the seller says, yeah, I like that offer and I like the people. So you come to a purchase agreement and you sit down with your agent, with the seller and the seller's agent, and we start filling out a purchase agreement. It's price and how soon will you move in, the deposit, inspection periods, and loan contingencies. There's no cost or limit to the offers you write, and you don't pay me as a realtor. That's pretty good. So it's a good purchase agreement. It's like 12 pages. It has a lot of information about you and the house you're buying and the agreements and who the lender is and how much deposit you're putting in. And the seller also provides disclosures of everything that is about the house along with himself. And that continues going on because now the purchase agreement turns into escrow instructions. And escrow is another partner you're going to have who will be, what do you call it? Neutral to the lender, neutral to the seller. Their job is to make sure that all the documents are turned in, completed, and they are correct, and they're legally, put together correctly. And then the first thing that the escrow officer will do once they get the purchase agreement, it turns into escrow instructions. And the first thing they're going to do, they're going to contact a title company in order to investigate the history of the house that you're buying. And so the title company only does that. It gets into the history of the house. How long ago did the house was built? If it's 100-year-old house, who bought it? When did they sell it? Was the sale a clean transfer? And maybe over 100 years, it was sold and bought maybe 3 or 5 times. And each time they want to make sure everything that was transferred was done correctly and clean. Nothing left over like an old debt or a lien. They want to make sure everything's clean so they can turn a title to you clean and the property has no other problems with it. Even though you pay title insurance, you definitely don't want problems. And so that's what escrow helps you get together on that. So you get the offer accepted and you get all excited. And the lender works on getting you the loan. They ask for all kinds of paperwork and records and signatures. They also order the appraisal. So the lender now calls a company requesting an appraiser to come to the house so they can measure it and compare it to other sales so they can put the right value of the house. And that way it'll go smoothly. Real estate agent reviews all the real estate paperwork and disclosures. We have inspectors to identify major issues. You really don't need to have an inspector in order to complete the whole program. However, it's highly recommended you do get a home inspector so they can take a look at the condition of the house you're buying so you can know how old the plumbing is, how old the roof is, anything that you need to know about the condition of the inside and the outside of the house. Because if there's a problem, you want to get that fixed before you even sign the loan documents. Because once you let it go and you sign the conditions are all done, and then you move in and there's a problem, the seller's not going to help you. We want that to be done before. Okay, so we have inspectors to identify major issues, so that's good to have. Then escrow coordinates everything between the seller and the buyer and the lender. And the real estate agent stays on top of everyone, every step of the way. Last step, move in. So once all the conditions are done, the appraisal comes in good, the value's good, the inspector says the house is in good condition. You just need to change the roof in 50 years, and that sounds good. Plumbing looks good. It looks, new practically. And you were approved for your loan. And so now escrow sends the paperwork to you through a notary public to sign the loan documents. Loan documents come back to escrow. They send it to the lender. The lender reviews to make sure all the signatures are done correctly. And then they send it to the county recorder to record the deed, the trust deeds and the deeds of the loan documents. Once they're registered, that's when we call and say, okay, you can come and pick up your keys, or I'll take the keys to your house, something like that. You move in and you live happily ever after. How's that? Okay, so any questions? That's what a real estate agent does. And he's constantly working, and she's constantly working with people trying to get the right house to live in. It's pretty fast, huh?
That was a pretty fast one, yeah. I guess we could stop the recording now and open it up to questions.
Yeah.
Okay.